That sound, already way up in the charts, was coming, of course, from a modern, huge studio in BBC Television Centre, and it was watched and heard by about 12 million people. Hard to believe, then, that it started its upward journey here in a derelict barn in ROCKFIELD, Monmouthshire, Wales, 140 miles away from the gloss of London showbiz. But what's even more remarkable about the disc, Baby I Love You, is that in spite of its big, thumping sound, the whole thing was sung and played by just one man, Dave Edmunds. Dave not only played every single instrument on the record and sang all the vocals, but he also recorded, mixed, dubbed, and perfected every note of it himself. He started off the record, innocently enough, like this. But the barn that used to house half a dozen horses and their hay is now crammed with £50,000 worth of electronic hardware. The heart of it all is an immensely complicated tape recorder worth £10,000 by itself. Apart from being able to perform audio party tricks, it can cope with 16 separate recording tracks. It's the sort of armoury you need these days in the battle to reach the top, and it made Dave's record possible. By re-recording his guitar again and again, fiddling a few knobs, twiddling a few knobs, the sound grew to this. Then he mixed in the piano, multi-tracked of course. A dash of drums, then the vocal backings, Dave Edmunds multiplied 5 times. And then you're getting somewhere near the final hit sound. Could you tell me, first of all, how long it took you to put the record together and how many separate recordings you had to make?
I spent about 200 hours spread over a period of 2 or 3 months. And I counted them up once. There's about 75 separate performances on various musical instruments.
So given that this record is a big success, it's got one big drawback, hasn't it? That you can't go on stage and perform 70 different parts.
Well, it's no problem, because I don't do any stage work. I'm not in show business in that respect. You know, I don't have a manager or an agent or a publicist. I just stay in here and make records.
And that's what you enjoy?
Oh, it's great.
You've got to admit, Kingsley, this really is a very unlikely place to find a recording studio, isn't it?
Well, it is, because it is a complete alternative to the London recording scene, but you can't judge a book by its cover, and we have got some of the finest recording equipment in the country inside the present studio.
But can you honestly persuade groups to travel all this way to record?
Well, we do, because it's an alternative, and because of the environment, which is more conducive to creating good music. In fact, the studio's booked up solid for the next 3 months, and we have acts coming from America and all over Europe.
What did the people in the business in London think of you when you set out on this business?
Well, I thought we never make it work, because we naturally assumed everything in London had to happen in London. We were all the session musicians were there. But we stuck the course out, and these last few years we've become very big. In fact, that's why we're so high up in the chart at the present moment.